believe in a federal Europe.
Okay.
Hence, I voted for Brexit.
What does federal mean?
Too much control by Brussels.
No, doesn't. What do
Okay,
you mean when you use the word
fine.
federal?
Fine. Well, if that's where it's the direction of it's going.
No, but I just want to know what you think the word means.
Okay. Was being controlled by a central point.
No.
What you just heard came from one of the people who helped decide Britain's future, and the future of generations to come. This pro-Brexit caller senses something important. He feels Britain is losing control. He doesn't like the idea of Europe becoming more centralized, more federal. But when asked to name even one specific EU rule he wanted to escape, he can't. And that struggle to explain it says a lot. For many people, Brexit was never really about technical rules and regulations. It was about something bigger. Who controls Britain's waters? Who controls its borders? Who gets the final say over its laws? What you're about to watch isn't just one confused voter. It's a small window into a much bigger feeling, one that drove the entire Leave campaign. A deep distrust of distant elites, and a strong desire to take back control.
It means the precise opposites of that, actually. It means a sharing of control. But you tell me again what you think it means.
Right. Federal Europe.
Yes.
I don't believe in.
No, but what does federal mean?
I know all the leaders have come together, like, for example, this budget.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you again, what do you think federal means?
Centralised, too much centralised direction.
Right. Well, if I told you it doesn't mean that, how long would it take you to wonder whether you're... No, you wouldn't? Not going to cut any mustard?
No.
No? Don't know what it means, adamant that I don't like it.
And you mentioned fisheries that everyone keeps talking about.
They do, yeah. I wish they'd stop.
Do you believe that Europe is correct to try to keep the status quo?
Do I believe that Europe is correct to try to keep the status quo? I don't really understand the question, Dave. Sorry.
Right, they want to maintain the common fisheries policy.
Well, they will maintain the common fisheries policy. We just won't be in it anymore.
Yes, they can maintain that.
So they've got control. They've got control over that.
Not with our waters.
Not with our waters.
My question is, why does Norway have an arrangement with the EU and they keep 85% and they do annual
because that's what they've negotiated, and Norway remains. Norway remains in. I always get confused here. You'll tell me. Is it the customs union or the single market that they're still in?
Customs union.
And we're not. You see. So there's your answer.
Yes.
Next question.
Next question. So we're right to seek. We are.
But you've just compared us to Norway when we've left the customs union, so that one doesn't float, does it? To keep the maritime analogies rolling.
We can carry on negotiating.
No, we can't, though, can we? Because we leave at the end of this month.
There is no reason. Yes. If we've left as a sovereign country.
Yes. What do you think sovereign means?
We control our waters. They're our waters.
Yes.
They shouldn't be decided by the EU.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
Just on the fishery, I think it's a silly argument regarding fisheries.
Well, then why are you making it?
The EU, well, because you mentioned it when the
not in this call, I didn't. In this call, I just want to know what federal means.
So you don't want to discuss my reason why
well, you just said you didn't want to discuss fish.
I believe that the EU is getting too centralised.
Yeah, I know you do, mate, but there's no evidence to support that. So let's conclude with a classic, shall we, Dave? What are you most looking forward to about not being in the EU anymore? Presuming that you're not actually one of the 12,000 people who currently work on our fishing fleets.
Rules and regulations.
And now we go for the absolute jackpot. Which rule are you most looking forward to not having to obey anymore, Dave?
Everything.
Yeah, but just give me one.
We decide.
Just give me one, Dave.
We decide
one rule, Dave.
As a country.
Dave, one rule.
Any
yeah, I know, any rule. Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's labour, whether it's trading standards.
Exactly. So go on, give me one. What trading standard? Go. Which one?
Doesn't matter which one. All of them.
Yeah, but just name one.
We're a leader in the world, right?
Are we?
We don't need the EU to tell us how to do things.
So what do they tell us? What is the rule you're most looking forward to not having to obey anymore?
All of them.
Yeah, so just name one.
Self-decision.
I know. So it'd be really easy to... I know what the problem is here. There's so much... Corporation tax is inflicted on us by the European Union.
No.
So that's not it then. So what?
They took Ireland to court.
Yeah.
Their corporation tax.
Right.
To get 13 billion, and they lost.
And Ireland is desperate to stay in the European Union, so that's a fairly rubbish example. What's the rule?
With a no deal, if you watch RTE, they're desperate for a deal because of the effect of a no deal.
That's right, Dave. Us. And they say the only people it'll be worse for than Ireland... Dave, the only people it'll be worse for than Ireland... is the UK.
Speak to the Germans.
Are you going to name a rule?
Dutch, speak to the Belgians. Speak to the Italians.
That's a bit federal. That's a bit federal, isn't it? Listening to all the other people in the European Union.
I'm talking about the people. They want a deal.
Right, but you don't.
Right. No, I said I hope we get a deal.
Right.
But it's got to be what we want to achieve, not just what they want to achieve.
And before you go, can you name one rule that you are looking forward to not having to obey anymore?
All of them.
Yeah, can you name one though? It's not no. Listen, I'll say it again. Can you name one rule that you don't like?
Refugees.
Refugees is a rule.
That's why Hungary and Poland is...
but they're still in the EU.
Refugees in.
So it's the refugees. There we go, mate. We got there in the end. We got there in the end. And, you know, when I asked you whether Norway was...
How did you get there?
Well, it's always about refugees with people like you.
I ain't worried about... I'm not worried about immigration.
Oh.
But we said...
So it's just the really desperate foreigners you don't want coming in here.
Then the conversation reaches its turning point. The word refugees finally comes up, the real reason so many people suspected all along. This tells us something important. Brexit was never mainly about trade rules or fishing rights. It was about something deeper: cultural change, immigration, and national identity. Now, critics are right to point out the vagueness here, the lack of detailed knowledge. But that doesn't erase the legitimacy of this democratic revolt. Many people simply felt their country was changing without their say. And not being able to name a specific rule doesn't erase that deeper feeling that sovereignty had been hollowed out. Years later, Britain still faces the same challenge: prove that taking back control can deliver real results, not just symbolic wins. The passion we see here will either be vindicated by success or it will haunt the country if living standards and confidence fail to improve outside the EU. The verdict is still being written,